possibility. He takes just off the plate. 3-1. And that's popped up right more conservatively. The 3-2. He wasn't going. 3-2. And that's hit hard out to the alley in left center. That gets down and is going to be a lot of trouble. Slater to third. They'll wave him to the plate. It's an RBI double for Ramos, and the Giants strike quickly this afternoon. It's 1-0.
Well, Ramos gets a pitch he can handle here. We see the fastball get to the middle of the zone, belt high, and Ramos gets to it, crushes it in between Taveras and Jankowski, and gets himself a easy double and an RBI to start this game off.
Fifth double gives way now to Wilmer Flores, and he'll take. So he has found the power stroke all of a sudden.
Success.
Went up after that one, hits it hard out to left field, but it's tracked down by Jankowski for the first out of the inning. That is a loud out right there.
Better that day. Get two, but this year it's been different.
In the right field, Garcia underneath it makes the catch. Ramos tags, heads for third. Here comes a throw, and it's offline. I don't think it, even if it was online, I don't know that he would have gotten in the Giants' order today. Michael Conforto. Strike offering, and that's on the ground, second base. Simeon takes care of it. Conforto retired in the inning. Is done with the Giants. 1 for 2 yesterday with runners in scoring position.
Ground ball to second.
The way to second base already. Well, here is the other one. And this one hit well. Deep out to right field. Slater near the wall. He makes the catch. Simeon tags at second and will move up. Smith had to retreat to first. Boy, Garcia. Now Nathaniel, you're going to have to look at that as 2-strike pitch here, and that's Lowe lifts this one out to right center field, deep enough to get a run home. Slater makes the catch. Simeon tags, and Lowe has just tied the game at 1 with a sacrifice fly. So the Rangers make that kind of feels good. It's like Duran hits that out to center field. Hangs up a little bit for Ramos, and the inning is done. Rangers, they'll get the run right back. So we'll go to the second this afternoon, 1-1.
Another angle right there.
See what he had and how he'd be.
Where those usually big ERAs for starting pitch and don't make the best pitches in the 5th, and by the 7th they might be tired.
Ground ball, shortstop, and Estrada thrown out for the second out of the inning. Here out of the job, and he goes after the first pitch. Lost it into short center field for Taveras. And a 1-2-3 for Andrew Heaney. Needs just 11 pitches to get it done. And still tied at 1. And Howard labored in that first inning.
You really need to mix up your sequences because they usually know what you like doing with all the meetings you've gone through with them. And
in relief.
And just a few inches off the dish.
Pitch 2022, 2023. Various injuries, not huge ones, but just enough to keep him off balance. And Jankowski rolls that one into center field, base hit. Rangers' first hit of the game.
Kraft, it makes it even harder.
So I was left with no choice. Thing is, I feel healthy. Everything works right now. This one on the ground, shortstop. I'll flip it to second for the 1 out. Can't quite turn the double play though. Taveras hustling down the line, beats it out. They're 2 away.
Not that there would have been one way or the other.
And you're not sweating.
Arlington, and I mean the old ballpark, Arlington Stadium, where it came right in at you.
So
Mike, from where I'm sitting, but anyway, the Athletics, after winning 2 straight World Series, as Fitzgerald pops out to Nathaniel Lowe, they open that, by the way, a walk.
Yeah, he's been unreal. He had the 6 walks in that series.
He had 2 hits and 4 walks.
Yeah, he seems pretty well dialed in. So does Flores, at least in this series. And lines out to center field here, 2 away.
But in 1974, the Rangers got a new team in Washington, D.C. and a team in the old home run derby show from the as the expansion team in Washington, and they Bob Scheitz. So that the city of Arlington, Texas, thing for re-election as Rangers broadcaster.
There's a strikeout of Chapman, and the inning is done, but the Giants have retaken the lead 3-1. Jack, will you just stay for another half inning?
Yeah, I'm Joe radio game in San Francisco.
This ball hit well by Simeon, deep out to center, and Ramos is there to haul it in, one away.
So my godfather, they finally took me to a game in '62 when I was 10.
Smith with a base hit up the middle, and he's on for a second time today.
So they traded him to Boston. He came back. Then things didn't go as planned, and he ended up starting again. And he won 18 games for them. I think it was 18-10 or whatever that year. Matlack was great. Matlack had the second best earned run average of any starter in the league. And opening day, they played the Yankees. John Matlack for the Rangers, Ron Guidry for the Yankees. Guidry went 25-3 that year. One of the great years ever by a starting pitcher. He had like a 1.87 ERA. He was lights out good. And the Rangers won that opening day game. Richie Zisk, the newcomer, walk-off homer against Goose Gossage.
No way.
And it was Gossage's first game for the Yankees. They had picked him up in the offseason. Billy Martin was the manager. And Zisk hits a home run bottom of the ninth. It was like the first batter that Goose Gossage ever faced as a Yankee. And I thought, man, this is going to be pretty good.
These guys are great. Well, bouncer shortstop. And Fitzgerald able to turn the double play. This guy's always working. 250 average, 8 home runs though. So he does.
Here's an orange belt. We chromed it out for you.
Takes just off the plate. Third, they'll wave him to the plate. It's an RBI double for Ramos. And the Giants strike quickly this afternoon. And they get Estrada. The inning is done. A 1-2-3 for Haney.
His career.
Still 3.
I'll tell you what was interesting, deep into right field. Couldn't be Little League or anything, but can hit the ball about 380 feet, left-handed.
Lifts this one out into medium deep right center, and Ramos wins the shouting match. And Jonah Heim.
55 over the last 20 games.
For that matter, here's a 2-1 pitch.
Yourself and the team out of this kind of rut you are offensively.
High fly ball out to right field, but he got underneath it just a little bit. Another shouting match, this one again, won by Ramos. And the San Francisco Giants. Here is Kurt Casale to lead 0 for 1. And he lifts this one out to left field. Jankowski ranges over to make the catch. 1 away.
Enough for San Francisco. You got to keep this game at 3 the rest of the way.
Fitzgerald may help in that regard with a fly ball to right field. Easy play for Garcia. 2 up, 2 down. Dog.com/Rangers for his last 14. It's up and down the lineup, especially now. Folks around the team, a lot of hope. There's a bouncer back near the mound. Howard has it and throws over to first to get Taveras. 1 away. Kisner is on.
Well, I'll give you credit. Good call.
Right here. And he takes right on. It's in the air. Right field. Slater coming in, and he makes the catch. 2 away. And we have time.
Batting average against.
Those numbers are better against lefties than they are against righties. Oh, crushing same side pitchers. That's high. Move there. He's hitting .320 against lefties. Here's a 2-2. He strikes out swinging. And that's how this inning will end. The Rangers leave a man on, and we go to the 6th this afternoon with the Giants on top 3-1. This has been the tough out though. And Ramos gets underneath this one. A high fly to center field, and that is the first out of the inning.
Air there. as National League and American League would play some regular season games against each other. Going to a Rangers game, you might get to see some of the great players in the Braves in the early 90s, and there was no way they were ever coming to Arlington. And so I just thought it was really cool that you're going to get to see those guys every other year come to your ballpark. But I do like the strategy that was different in the National League.
Flores out to left field. That's a base hit. And the Giants have a runner on in the 6th.
Even Bochy, I can't remember a base hit or a go-ahead base hit.
Chapman smashes that one into left field. Back-to-back singles here for the Giants. Well, we saw John Gray warming in the bullpen. Well, he gets Jorge Soler, and the first pitch to him fouled off. 0-2. They wanted in a little bit up. The 0-2, and it was up. Great to see if we can get him to chase here. And he does. Strikes him out on the slider off the plate. And Soler is the final out of the inning. Well, John Gray called.
Goes on my pinky.
Yeah, that actually fits pretty well.
My
there.
pinky ring.
So anybody who purchases one of these half-season or full-season ticket plans by June 14th, you get the ring. You get All-Star Week priority access, all the other season ticket benefits, including postseason access. So, kind of a cool deal.
Oh, very cool.
And a fantastic ring. And it says it all, man. There is strike 3 called on low as he goes down looking, and that's a tough one. That was a combination of a little bit up and a little bit out.
Yeah, that's tough. Lefty on lefty. 98 miles an hour, up and away, just out of the zone. Best case scenario there is you just flip your bat at it and hopefully foul it off into the Giants dugout and live for another pitch, but you can see that one is not a strike. I say it's not a strike, but it was a strike.
It was indeed, and there's a backdoor breaking ball for strike 1 to Duran. And one of those days right now, and when things aren't going right for you offensively, that's the sort of stuff that maybe just gets magnified. That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
You know, it's just right now when you're going the way the Rangers have been going with the bats, those moments jump out at you and just add to the frustration.
Well, the other thing too is, talked about it a little bit yesterday, is if you don't knock that starting pitcher out early, and Howard wasn't going to go deep into this game, but if you don't get to the starting pitcher and you find yourself down or tied, the other team's going to use their high leverage guys. So you're not going to face some of the Giants bullpen pieces have not done well this year, but with a 3-1 lead, they're not going to bring those guys in.
Right. 2-2 here to Duran. Pardon me, 1-2. Miller right back to the plate. Little bouncer third base. Charging in on it. Chapman is thrown out in time. Duran beats it out. Boy, it's not often you can pull that trick. A bouncer to third base of almost any speed, you figure, is as good in an out with Chapman over there, but Duran's great hustle beats it out. That is an infield hit, and it will knock Miller out of the ball game. Ryan Walker had been warming up in the bullpen. He'll be next for the Giants.
Looking like he hasn't missed any time.
Green gets him to chase.
Looks like he might go with that slider down and away again.
2 goes with the slider, but he leads. It's going to be the Heat, and this one is hit on the ground through the left side. A base hit for Fitzgerald. Well, now a chance for the Rangers. And Walker's 1 strike pitch. Walker got the last out last inning, and this one's lifted out to left field. And Jankowski retired to start the 7th inning.
Get that edge. It's going to be really tough to pull the trigger on a swing.
Walker's 1-0. Bat occasionally. And he bounces it by the mound to shortstop. Fitzgerald was positioned perfectly. His throw, not a great one, but Flores puts the tag on Leote. Will bat here. He is 1 for 2.
Up the game with 1 swing of the bat, but with nobody getting on ahead here.
Just don't love giving up your DH. This one lifted to center. Ramos had it measured, so it's a 1-2-3-7. Rangers go quietly again. Off to a slow start here in 2024. Bouncer down to third base. Duran takes care of it and throws out Wilmer Flores to start the 8th.
And we need to, at this point, see us do it to believe we can do it again.
Trying to wait for somebody to knock one over the fence. That's just not happening with enough regularity.
On the bases because you don't want to give the team a free out after a base hit.
Bouncer up the middle. Simeon on the backhand. Throws to first. Good dig over there by Lowe, and it completes a 1-2-3 inning. All right. Bottom of the 8th inning.
Not trying too hard, and you know, Boch said it's a fine balance. They're not clicking as an offense, so it is a bit of a balance to not only for the players but for the coaches as well.
Oh, Simeon made them great players, and just do that. You a selective guy. This one popped up. Back of second base, and Estrada tucks it away. 1 out.
And the thing is you don't want. I'm not just going to throw another one down the middle for fun. Later, it's foul it off or shoot it down the third baseline.
Rogers
Put off the plate. You're going to try to frame that one. Pitch is move it back into the zone.
That one's in the zone and hit well out to center field. Ramos on the run, and he gets to it to make the catch.
Well, that ball was well hit. You can't do anything more than Josh Smith did with this ball, but this is a very nice play by Ramos to run it down and say they're making a nice play on the run. Tyler
Rogers, the reliever, and it's a ground ball to shortstop. That will end the inning. 34th appearance of the year for Rogers. It's a perfect 8th inning. And we go to the 9th and a 3-1.
Miss down that middle, and guys take advantage of it.
Soler goes after the first pitch. An easy bouncer to shortstop results in the first out of the inning. Here is Yastrzemski. The first pitch to him is just. Look at the runners. A 2-0 pitch, and it's grooved first of this series. And that one over first, down the right field line, but foul. That was close to being their second hit with a runner in scoring position.
I can breathe now.
Yeah.
Possibly in the game.
Well, Duran flies out to right field, and Yastrzemski will get it back into the infield, 1 away. So 1 pitch.
Down the middle. I think you got to take a swing at that pitch.
Agreed. Check swing, bloop over third, just foul. Wow. That was so close to a spectacular play by Chapman again, but also very close to being a double.
Yeah, this is a great effort here, and luckily it gets right out of the reach of Chapman here as you see the effort, and then foul ball by about a foot. It would have been just beautiful if that would have caught a little bit of chalk right there. I guess in the outfield it's paint, but
yeah, these days you're right. It's good. 1 strike pitch, a little chopper back toward the mound, takes forever to come down. Duvall has it, throws to first, not in time. Jonah Heim beats it out, and the Rangers have a heartbeat in the 9th inning.
And Jonah Heim hustling down the line. The ball, it looks like, goes maybe right off a home plate. Duvall catches it and gets rid of it as fast as he can. And you see Jonah Heim with the call. It says he's safe, and there's going to be no replay. There's our replay, and
no,
he's safe. Gloves out.
You can't tell me otherwise. He's safe.
He's safe. All right.
So Davis, the payoff pitch, and a little tapper toward first. Scoop to Duvall, and he covers in time. They get Jankowski, a 3-1 putout, but the tying runs are now both in scoring position here. A base hit should tie the game.
Well, this was a really nice play here on a chopper. Where you see here the glove flip here. And then Duvall is able to get there in time. You got to give the Giants a lot of credit there. That's not the easiest play. They make it look easy there, but on Jankowski, it's going to be interesting here if he trusts his fastball for a strike. Throws 100.
But he does favor the slider generally. The 1-0. And there's the heat right on the corner. 1-1.
It wasn't where he was trying to go, but it was a perfectly located fastball. You can see the setup here, more middle. Gets the call there. Bailey framing it up.
It's low. 2-1. Yeah, he throws more sliders than anything else, and possibly because it is his best pitch, at least his most effective pitch for him. Taveras weaves and misses at a slider. 2-2. Rangers down to their final strike here this afternoon.
Yeah, it looked like Taveras was out in front here. I don't know if he saw the spin there. You see him a little bit out in front of that breaking ball in the middle of the zone.
Well, as for time, back away. It's low at third base. Time at second with 2 out, 9th inning.
Good job by Taveras. Gather his thoughts and maybe get Duvall a little bit out of his rhythm right now.
2-2. And that ball hit hard down the line, just foul. Stays 2-2. I got the fans up out of their seats. 34,800 plus here.
Well, this was fair for a while, and Hooks foul by a couple feet. 2 feet away from tying this game up. All right, Leote, good job of hanging in there. Let's try it one more time and get it fair and get this game tied up.
2-2. Foul ball. Taveras 0 for 3 so far this afternoon.
Good battle right here with 2 strikes. After a slider was able to get to that fastball and foul it off.
2-2 pitch. And that ball's clubbed in the air out to right field. But playable for Yastrzemski, and this one is over. Rangers gave it a little bit of a threat there in the 9th inning. We can't finish it off, and they drop another one. 3-1 to the Giants. We'll be back to wrap it up in just a moment.